I think it's an easy guess. I come from India. And the very first time that I encountered the word Zen was not in a philosophy book or a video. It was through a car brand name called Maruti Zen, which was one of the most popular cars on the Indian roads in the 1990s. And as a kid growing up, I thought that Zen is just a cool, stylish name for a small, regular vehicle. It was only years later that I discovered that Zen is a very profound spiritual philosophy with centuries of history. Zen began as a school of Buddhism when Bodhidharma, who was born many years after Buddha, he traveled from India to China spreading his philosophy. Gradually, over centuries, finally Zen reached Japan, where it found its home. And the word dhyana in Sanskrit, that changed to zazen, which was then changed to Zen, which is how Zen got its name. Zen essentially says, let me be in the present moment, with your mind not chattering, not rambling, just present. For years and years, Zen masters have been telling these simple Zen stories, and simple only on the surface, because beneath they question morality, they question attachment, they question ego. These stories will never comfort you. On the contrary, they shake you up, they wake you up. And the story that I bring to you today is a story that has been told in Zen Buddhist monasteries for centuries. Interesting, right? So let's begin. Hello everybody, my name is Tuti, that is YOLO. Welcome to my channel. You're watching
The Story Show. The tales say more than they seem.
So two monks were once traveling together in the rainy season. One of them was older, serene, seasoned with years and years of discipline. The other one was much younger, but very sincere and devoted. The entire path had become very slippery with mud, and the river had swollen with days and days of rain. Once these monks reached the crossing, they saw a young, beautiful woman standing at the riverbank. She was trembling. She was wearing this rich silk robes, but her eyes were red from crying. The older monk, he paused. The younger woman, he looked at the monk and she spoke. She almost shrieked, "My mother is very ill. I have to reach her. She might not even survive the night. I have to cross this river. But I cannot swim. And if I slip in this current, I'll be swept away." And she was right. The river was not gentle. The water was thrashing against the jagged rocks. The younger monk, he stiffened. He was deeply conflicted. The monastic vows were very clear. Do not touch women. The older monk, he looked at the river, he looked at the woman, and then he stepped forward, steady, composed. And then he put his arms around her bare waist and then lifted her gently. She was trembling. And then started crossing the river, placing every foot deliberately against the current. The young monk was shocked to see this. The older monk, once he reached the other side, he set her down gently. The woman bowed deeply with tears rolling out of her eyes, and then she hurried away. The two monks, they started their journey again. For hours, there was silence. No one spoke a word. And then the younger monk, he could not hold it any longer, and he spoke, almost burst out. "Brother, how could you do this? Our vows do not permit us to touch women. And discipline is the foundation of our path. How could you break it?" The older monk said nothing. He kept walking, and then after a few steps, he calmly said, "I set her down at the river bank hours ago. Why are you still carrying her?" Once again, silence, and they continued walking. So, the lesson from this story is letting go, is freedom. The older monk, he helped. And then after that, when the event was over, he let go, he moved on. The younger monk, although physically untouched, but he carried the weight of his judgment for miles. But wait, the young monk, he wasn't totally wrong in protecting his principles. Rules exist for a reason. If everyone started bending the vows, then where would we end? The young monk, he represents something very important. He represents that part of us that wants to protect principles. The older monk, on the other hand, he represents discernment. He responded to suffering. That is true. So the real balance here is follow your principles, but do not turn them into ego like the young monk did. When the need arises, show discernment, act with compassion like the older monk. But most importantly, do not hold on to something that has long gone back in the past, because psychologically that is what we do. We replay arguments, we cling on to the past, we carry emotional burdens, we hold on to anger, because that makes us feel I am right. The young monk, he was not carrying the woman, he was carrying the idea of being right. So Zen is really telling us, let go or be dragged. The question is not whether you will encounter the muddy waters or not, because let me assure you, you will. The question is, after you have, and then you have set something down, will you truly leave it there? So that's the story for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Do let me know what are the weights that you have been carrying in the comment section, because I love to hear back from you. And till the time we meet next again, remember to like, to share and to subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye.